I used to live, I'm used to living. I'll give you my example. Now I live in an apartment. I used to live in a house, which means until last year, it's where I lived. I used to live in a house. It's a past habit or state. I don't live in a house anymore, so I used to live in a house. Then we moved to an apartment. And at first, it was a bit difficult to adapt, right? Because it's different. Living in an apartment is different from living in a house. But after 1, 2, 3 months, now we are used to it. We are used to living here. You see? When you talk about a past habit or state, it's I used to live. When you are accustomed, when you are adapted to something, it's I am used to living. That's the difference.
So, in case of my jacket, I'm used to wearing.
If you are adapted to it, if you are accustomed to wearing it, you'd say, I'm used to wearing a jacket.
Something in the past, I used to wear a jacket.
Exactly. If you had a job in the past where you had to wear a jacket every day. So I used to wear a jacket. It was a past habit.
Okay.
Got it?
Nice.
Don't say I am 40 years. No, you should say I am 40 years old. When you talk about age, you either say I am 40 or you say I am 40 years old. You never say I am 40 years. It's years old. But if you talk about the duration of time, say you moved here in 2020, then you could say I've lived here for 4 years. From 2020 until now, 4 years. But when you talk about your age, my age, someone's age, it's either years old or just the number. She is 35. She is 35 years old. Years old, that's right. Years old. She's 35 years old. Or just she's 35. You got it? What's the difference between opposite and in front of? I'll explain. These two characters, you see them?
Yes.
Right? So now they are face to face. They are opposite each other. She is opposite him. He is opposite her. Opposite. In front. She is in front of him. The opposite of behind. Behind, in front. She is behind him. She is in front of him. You got it? That's right. That's the difference. And what's the difference between on and above? For example, on the TV and above the TV.
Book.
It's a book, right? Where's the rabbit?
On.
On the book.
The book.
On the book. Where's the rabbit?
Above.
Above the book, right? On the surface, on, above the book. That's it. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll explain using this. Look. So here is the difference between shade and shadow, right?
Shade and shadow.
Here it is. So
Yes.
the man is in the shade
Shade.
of the
Yes.
tree. So
Dark.
shade means protected from the light, from the sunlight.
Yes.
So if you are under a tree, a house, you're under something and you are protected by its shadow, you are in the shade, right? So the man is in the
Yes,
shade of the tree.
understand.
Shadow is the silhouette of someone or something.
Mhm.
Do you
Yes.
see it? The
Yes.
shadow of the vase, it's the shadow of the man. So, oh, this is my shadow. Look at my
My
shadow.
shadow.
Or I like to
Right.
play with shadows, right? And now, if it's sunny, you can stay under a tree. You can stay in the shade, protected from the sunlight. You're in the shade. You got it? First, accept, right? The opposite of accept is refuse. So if you receive an invitation, if a friend invites you to go to their birthday party, and you say, yes, I'm going to your birthday party, you are accepting the invitation, right? The opposite is refuse. If you say, sorry, I can't, I won't go to your party, you are refusing the invitation. So when you accept is when you say yes to an invitation. When you refuse is when you say no to an invitation. So, do you accept it? Do you refuse it? You accept an invitation, you refuse an invitation. The past of accept is accepted, it's regular. And the past of refuse is refused, regular. Right?
Okay.
Again, you can refuse an invitation or accept an invitation. You can refuse an offer or accept it. Or maybe a job offer, maybe a job opportunity. You can accept it or refuse it, right?